Sports. It's in the game.
Wow, that's one of those plays that you call, and everything seems to happen exactly as it's scripted in the playbook.
To the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way, way, way up. Long ways from the days I these valet stores couldn't pay. Nowadays, all the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I resage Chukwueze, then my babies. Label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership with drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my katas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect a demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like a art show. Yeah, pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird, let me fly away. Nelly Furtado, bye.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone. Down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have...
Stop playing like a bitch.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill.
That's what the fuck I was trying to cover.
And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 22. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And Hal will throw it. Buying time to his left. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Hal, he'll look to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Off play action. It's Hal. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before. he's out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Steps away. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Faking the handoff. Howell on the move to his left. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates from 17 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tua going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and some
touchdown. Logan Thomas, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Powell throwing for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll go play action. Howell rolling to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It's Xavier Howard who brings him down from his corner position. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now they go play action with Howell. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st down, Howell. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Down the sideline he goes. Jalen Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what it... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Here's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
From near the goal line, here's Howell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Howell. Forced out to his left. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Thomas brings it in. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Howell going to audible to something else. They'll run with Robinson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Here's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Tua now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Washington on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Tua to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Steps away. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Dancing to his left.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Howell down to throw it.
Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now Howell.
Buying time to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Howell.
He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Sam Howell
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On second down, Tua escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On play action, here's Tua. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Dolphins first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Looking to pass. Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
He'll look to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Solo left Zion. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Me and you all day. Green Jack. I'm coming after you.
Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Berrios pushing through the contact.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Forced out to his left. To a hit, and the ball is out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And Howe will throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Howe throwing on third down here. Flushed out right. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Here's 2nd and 10. A give, running right, Achane. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Little bootleg here. Howell. They'll roll him out right. Here's a diving catch right side. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Here's Howell. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. They find some open field here. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. Tua going to throw. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.